Meantime, officials of the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation also responding to the Prime Minister's announcement today. Now, Chairman Crystal Rutherford Ferguson says following talks with the Pan American Health Organization and government officials, the body was not surprised but remains anxious about maintaining the balance between economic and health concerns.
I think the Prime Minister alluded to certain alternatives, which would be really encouraging commercial enterprises, the business community in general, to, where possible, implement a greater level of tele or remote work, implementing a split shift system and or an alternative work days to reduce the number of employees on premises at any given time. And we have already seen where many of our members have taken it upon themselves to implement many of those things. So it's really about encouraging the business community.
Meantime, minutes after the new restrictions were announced, New Providence residents made a mad dash to the stores to get an early start on preparing for the weekend ahead. Desmond Saunders got mixed reaction.
Local residents reacting to the new COVID-19 restrictions expected to reduce the escalating COVID-19 cases impacting the Bahamas. The streets of New Providence a beehive of activity today. This Water Depot on Abundant Life Road reporting an increase in sales and activity as a result of the new measures.
From yesterday, you had a whole heap of traffic.
Give me an idea of how many persons you've served so far for this morning.
I can't go. 23:45. I can't go, but I know it's plenty.
Now, hours after the Prime Minister announced new COVID-19 restrictions, scores lined up at this Quality Market food store in the Eastern District, hoping to stock up on essential grocery items.
I'm trying to do a little shopping and stock up for my family before the lockdown comes. I know it's here already. I think it's necessary because we need it. The cases are getting too high, and we need to save a lot of these deaths that are occurring.
Economically, our domestic economy, financially, Bahamians, it's causing us to suffer.
The new restrictions also impacting local fitness facilities. After weeks of closure, local gyms like Empire Fitness will have to close its doors until further notice. Fitness pro Raynar Ferguson and gym patron Marcia Evans-Roll sharing mixed reactions.
I understand that he wants to restrict and minimize social gatherings. I do, and I really understand it's coming from a safety measure perspective, but at the same time, I think that there are steps that could have been taken prior to a complete shutdown. I mean, there's different points that could have been taken, restrictions on the number of persons in the gym. You know what I mean? It's just different things before a complete shutdown. Because one thing we know for sure is that what a quarantine does is that it's forcing a lot of people to get further out of shape, right? Persons are now being forced to stay home, and you're not necessarily consuming food because you're hungry, you're eating because you're bored. What else am I to do? What the gyms did was it allowed us to exercise. Exercise is good for your health.
Well, I just actually started this gym membership. That's a big blow for me because, you know, when you start something mentally, you got to keep going. Well, I'm going to do whatever I can do, you know, because my footsteps is not ordered by me, it's ordered by God.
Desmond Saunders, ZNS Network News.